Siwach. He's a defense expert. Mr. Sumit Peer, who's a political analyst. Thank you very much. But before I come across to you, I'm going to go across to my colleague Tejinder, who's standing by in Jammu. Tejinder, we've been talking about this over the last few days, unfortunately. And it's the...
investigating officers from the various intelligence agencies 70 on August 5. So the construction work is being done by these non-Kashmir. They would have a dearth of the working force, because you see saffron growers in South Kashmir, the development Pakistan proxies for target.
Pakistan is losing this battle. They rely are part of the ecosystem of basically of Jammu and Kashmir. They are 80% laborers. They are now contributing. The government should be now moved to the safe place.
No, some of them are being shifted, but how much of that can you do? Here we're not just talking about Srinagar, we're talking about small villages, far-flung remote areas in the valley. Over there, how do you do it? Mr. Sumit Peer, is there ever going to be a political solution to this? What really can be done? Because the government has tried to send out a message, a rehabilitation, things will have to change, we are trying our best. But clearly on a back foot, the Pakistan terrorists want to hit back.
Palveji, good morning. The problem here is that the valley-based politicians, even if you look at today, none of them has condemned that goddamn terrorist who pulled the trigger. None of them condemns Pakistan. None of them talks ISI. ये तीन चीजें आपको नहीं मिलेगी. They will not condemn the terrorists. They will not condemn Pakistan. They will not condemn ISI. They will blame everybody, anybody from planets Saturn to Mars. That is the point number one. The point number two is, I'll be very candid on your show. Development is not an answer to the gun. There are 99% of the people who want development, give them development. There are another 0.5% who want the power of ballot, enable them DDC elections and all is fine. But there is a mini microscopic minority who are doing these things, who are agents of Pakistan. And the day we don't treat terrorists as a terrorist, overground worker as a terrorist, facilitator as a terrorist, sympathizer as a terrorist, these things are bound to happen. Because these people understand the language of gun. If we let them go loose, they will keep on killing civilians. And the moment we start bothering too much about the collateral damage, what happens, ma'am? You will have civilians dead, you will have people in uniform dead. This is the price we pay. These people with guns have to be dealt with bigger, better guns. There's no other way. You cannot change their hearts and minds to development. They've been radicalized. They are ISI agents. Some of them might be even Pakistani nationals. I mean, how long can we have these poor people from Bihar getting killed? How long can we have civilians getting killed? How long can we have an angel like Mr. Bindru, who was selling medicines for 50 years, getting killed? Deepak Chand, who is teaching your kids that our sister, who is a Sardani principal, who's enabling your kids, they can be killed, and the whole India is not talking about it. This hypocrisy has to be called out. Pakistan will do its tactics, and these Kashmiri-based politicians have to be shown their place. How dare Mahbooba Mufti today says talk to Pakistan? After all this, should we talk to Pakistan? We still have people dead in Valley. There no mistake of theirs. Look at you just
I agree,
on your
Mr. Peer.
channel.
There have been early occasions when we've spoken to Pakistan where we have followed the procedure.